Hi, my name is Mark Schur. I'm a senior lecturer in physical geography at the School of Geography at the University of Lincoln. Today, I will present how we, in the wider coastal research community and in the University of Lincoln in particular, are working to future-proof our coastlines from the effects of global climate change. One of the most certain impacts of climate change is global sea level rise, which is caused by the melting of high latitude ice sheets and the thermal expansion of seawater. Projections on the exact amount of global sea level rise depend on our ability to mitigate climate change. They range from about 30 centimeters to more than 1 meter by the end of this century. Coastal communities around the world are therefore at an increased risk of coastal flooding. Within the coastal research community, coastal wetlands have widely been suggested to play a crucial role to protect coastal communities from flooding. Coastal wetlands, such as salt marshes, have long been recognized to reduce water levels and wave heights during storm surges. Moreover, they are also able to increase their elevation in pace with rising sea levels. However, coastal wetlands are highly sensitive to environmental change, including sea level rise. Our recent research has shown that coastal squeeze is likely the major process for large-scale losses of coastal wetlands, as shown in this global map, where red colors indicate widespread losses. Coastal squeeze is a process where coastal habitats are lost due to the fixation of the high water mark, for example by a sea defense, as shown in this photograph, and the landward migration of the low water mark in response to sea level rise. To counteract coastal squeeze, existing sea defenses are breached and new defenses are built further inland to allow the reintroduction of tides in previously dry, often agricultural land. This triggers the establishment of coastal wetland vegetation, as shown in the left-hand image from the so-called managed realignment site in Freeston Shore near Boston in Lincolnshire. Similar schemes are widespread across the UK and Europe. A majority of these explicitly aim to increase coastal flood protection. Despite the almost unanimous support for such nature-based solutions to coastal climate change adaptation, there is little evidence on the effectiveness of managed realignment schemes to increase coastal protection. In fact, our recent study revealed that some scheme designs may be much less effective in providing coastal protection than natural marshes, as indicated in this graph representing the water level attenuation within the managed realignment site on the left versus the water level attenuation of the adjacent natural marsh on the right. In conclusion, it is evident that climate change and the associated rise in global sea levels calls for new ways of coastal adaptation. Coastal retreat in the form of managed realignment has many benefits, but more research is needed to understand their coastal protection function. Here at the University of Lincoln, we are working to fill this gap by working with local stakeholders and communities to design the ideal managed realignment. This will help us to future-proof coastal communities and protect them from the impacts of climate change. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for your attention.